What the fuck just happened? It's your boy Jamal here for another review. Today I'm doing Avatar Legend of Korra episode 7. If you guys are like me, you were thrown like around 180 degrees by that twist like the writer just threw at us, to find out that Hiroshi or whatever, however you say your name, I forget, to be an equalist and not Asami. Like, the reason I thought Asami was an equalist, and like I'm pretty sure everyone else did, was because she didn't know any bending, for one, and then she just happens to meet this guy Mako. Like, she had goggles on. Like, how could she mistakenly hit this guy dead on, like in the street, clear as day? That was like the number one reason why I thought that was suspicious. And then she offers to take him out to dinner. Like, you just met this dude, you take him out to dinner, and then you give him clothes. What girl has ever done that? That's suspicious. I thought she was like leading this dude up to like something. I don't know. Well, that was just my thought on Asami and why I thought she was gonna be the equalist. But then he just throws us off with this crazy twist, and her dad, she didn't even know her dad was equalist this whole time. Alright, enough of Asami, and I'm just go back to the beginning real quick and really review this. I just had to start off with Asami because that was just crazy. That just threw everyone off, and I just yeah. So it starts off in this, I forget where it was, some place, and then the fire ferrets like are homeless basically, and then Korra comes in, and then she's like, "Oh, you could live with me. All you guys could live with me at the air temple." And then Mako shuts it down again, and then he's like, "Well, we could live at Asami's place." Like, come on, that's way better, right? And then so she's about to leave, and then Asami comes out of nowhere. You should have seen her fucking face. Her face went like from like, and then it has like a minute, maybe like a minute and a half, talking about Tano. And like, yeah, he's kind of fucked up right now after losing his like bending and shit. He says he goes to like the best of like the healers and all that, and then they still couldn't do anything. So basically, what it just told us, like, the story is like Amon's ability is the shit, and it's serious. It's real. It's the real deal right now. So if Korra gets caught, or Amon could have took Korra's power away that second, but I don't know why he didn't do that. But yeah, I'm glad he didn't, because that would be like basically the end of the series or something, or they would have to find a way to get her powers back. But yeah, like, it just talks about he's looking fucked up. His hair's all messed up. He doesn't even care about himself. Like, he has little bags under his eyes, as yeah. And then he's like, "Well, get him for me." I'm like, wait, dude, I'm like, huh? You just whooped their ass by cheating. You've ran those little pro bending tournaments for years by cheating. You won them by cheating. And yeah, you just, like, how does that even work? You think she's just gonna do that? And then what surprised me is she was like, "Yes, you've been my friend this whole time. I'll do it for you and only you." And then basically, I don't know if like that part was just to show like, oh, does he have respect for Korra now or something, now that he doesn't have bending, and she'll do that for him? Because he like, when he leaves, he's like, "See you later, Avatar," or something like that. I don't know. And like, I guess he's acknowledging that she's the Avatar and he has respect for her now. I don't know. But yeah, and then it goes to the swimming pool scene where like Asami invited them over for the swimming pool, and then yeah, like, I forget what happened, but then Korra wanted to go to like the powder room to like fix herself or something, and over in the powder room she overhears Hiroshi, Asami's dad, and then she overhears like saying, "Oh, the plan worked," or something like that. So then she then goes to Lin, Beifong, and Tenzin after overhearing Hiroshi about like, oh, like the plan. That sounds devious basically. And then they straight raid his place. Like, god damn, they straight raid that. They broke off his boxes and all that, see if like, well, suspicious about his company and all that, see if he was really working with Amon. And then turns out that they didn't find anything because this dude, he's slick. He wouldn't make it that easy to find his shit. And then, so then Mako and Asami, everyone's pissed at Korra because they thought they were like, she just was assuming shit. And then right as like the scene's about to end and then she's about to leave, this mysterious guy like walks right by and hands her a fucking scroll. And then she's like, yes, I got a scroll. And then she reads it. And then he basically says, meet me under the bridge. And then, yeah, that sounds devious, but you know, in this show, they fall for everything. And then when someone says meet me or they call out someone, they'll fucking go. And then it doesn't look like Korra's like the most fucking intelligent person. And yeah, so like the mysterious person leads them basically to his house. He's like, oh, I wasn't like asking for this. I just wanted to be part of something, and he wanted to be part of the Equalists. And then he's talking about like getting rid of all the Bender's powers and shit. So then he tells him there's like a secret base under his mansion. That's the one they didn't see, and that's the like basically where like he does his shit. So then it was basically a trap, you know. They go into his basement and there's like a secret underground fucking like, you know, base. It has all these like cool ass shit. And then as soon as they walk in there, first thing I think was Bioshock. Like, what the hell was that? I didn't know the Avatar had Bioshock in it. I was like, oh man. And then all you see is a little underwater type dude. And then these things seem like indestructible because he's like, oh, my shits are made of platinum. And then he lifts up like a high ass gate. And then, yeah, like, that shit was crazy. And then Lin Beifong can't do her metal bending on the platinum Bioshock machines. That's what I call them. And then, yeah, so then they all fight. And then, evidently, they all get their ass kicked by those Bioshocks. It just shows them getting tossed around. Lin Beifong put up a good fight, you know, for a little bit. And what I liked about the scene was we finally get to see Tenzin like airbend. You know, he's a descendant of Aang. That shit was cool. And he put up a fight. You know, he does a little he does a little airbending tricks and all that. Like pushes them around with his air. And evidently he just gets shocked and then captured. And then like a scene that comes up next is like when Mako, Bolin, and Asami, they want to go down, but then the guard's acting like a fucking dick and doesn't want to let them go down. So then they basically just trick him. Like, I thought this part was mad funny. Mako, he's like, I gotta sneeze, and then he sneezes out fire, and then Bolin, he like shoots up like rock from behind him, basically trips him, and then he jumps on top of him. I was like, damn, it's mad funny. And then they just tie his ass up and go downstairs. Bolin with his like funny ass comment. But yeah, they go down there. Asami finally realizes what her father's been doing, and then the gang tries to take up like Tenzin, Lin Beifong, whatever her name is, and Korra, and then her rest of her henchmen are like captured completely. And then they're about to go away, and then all you see is the dad to come up, and then the dad's like makes a decision, and then he like offers her the hand. He offers her the hand to join him, and then right as she grabs it, she's looking like she was like, I thought, like as everyone thought, she was just gonna grab it and join her dad, you know, like automatically. But then she shocked the hell out of us, and then she just grabs it and then shocks her dad. She's like, sorry, dad. And then basically that's her destiny, that she made her choice, and she joins the gang. They go in a little hole and escape. Basically that was like the whole episode right there. And I was just baffled by this whole thing. It was a great start for this whole series, let me tell you that. But yeah, that's my review for Legend of Korra episode 7. Yeah, rate and subscribe. Thank you.